You guys have no idea how long this took to actually get working. Holy shit. Anyway, hello everybody! I'm finally a person on screen. My mouth doesn't work properly, but that's not the point. I have eyes, I can move them. There's that. Anyway, guys, I am Aerohed. And if my mouth would work properly, this would be just fine. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's get this thing going. The Aerohed experience. This took a while. This took a while. So basically, here's the lore for me as a VTuber. I am an android trying to understand humans, and I even got an AI to help me out. I've called it, because I'm Aerohed, mind you, I've decided to call it Knock, because that's the opposite end of an arrow. Like the other end of it. Like there's the front end, and then there's the other end. And I can move now, by the way. That's, yeah, look at that. Not a huge range, but it works. Okay, well anyways, let me just pull that up right now. Little AI to help me out. Hello everyone in the chat. Really? This is what you got me for? Yeah, he's a little buggy on my system because it's kind of like emulating a game. You know, like, you know how when you want to, like, you emulate a console on your computer to play a game that you could never play because they don't make it for the systems you've got, so you've got to go do some, like, semi-legal things to get it, something like that. No, Aerohed, listen. All of our viewers are socially upstanding individuals. Right, none of them would ever pirate anything. At the very least, they would not admit to pirating anything. Man, my mouth is rough. Anyway, so yeah, that's all the lore I'm going to say, because let's be real here, guys. I'm not going to remember anything that I say, and neither are you. I have roughly 7 gigabytes of RAM. You mean megabytes? Probably, actually, yeah. Anyway, next tab is... This is the full design. Let me get out of the way. This is the full design that I came up with. Basic as hell, but it works. See, I'm wearing a little... I'm cut in half, but look. There's a little Aerohed shirt. That's nice. I like the way this turned out. Got my eyes all, like... half-toned and all that. So yeah, I came up with the design. I drew all of this. So that's, you know... I like to think that's an accomplishment. I like to think that went well. Personally. I mean, it didn't, but I like to think so. Yeah. Anyway, I also rigged it, which is how you can tell that the mouth is messed up. I mean, look at this. Am I smiling? Am I frowning? You'll never know. And one day I'll fix it, but not today. And also, wait, just hold on. Look at my smile on this thing. Look at how I'm smiling. Look at this handsome devil over here. Look at him. I made this. And you will rue the day. Anywho, so basically, age and birthday. My age, that's a trade secret. And my birthday, I'm an android. I wasn't born. I don't really know how to do that. I don't know how to be born. I assume it involves things that I do not have. Like a birth canal. I've heard those are very popular with humans. Okay, fine, yeah, You really need to keep this going. I know I need to keep it going. We're already behind schedule. Shut up. Yeah, yeah, sure, I'm age 13. Why not? 13 years old. Of course I am. You can hear it in the voice. Yeah, no cat ears. I will install those later, but I decided to lessen the cringe for the moment, given that I'm already... Yeah. You know. Kinda just naturally cringe. Anyway... Hobbies, voice acting. I also draw and animate, as you could probably tell by this thing on the screen that was both drawn and animated by me. I also play games. You've seen those, I hope. And if not, they're on my channel. You can go watch the VODs. Wink. That was an absolutely abysmal wink. What was that? Anyway, I also like telling really, really dumb jokes, which you would also know if you've seen my content. And if not, this is your first warning. You will not get another. Anyway, oh yeah, so some of you may be wondering, if he does have these as hobbies, why isn't he better at any of them? To which I respond, that's fair. Moving on! My likes include all of my hobbies, which I just mentioned. I also like chocolate because it's the superior kind of food. You only eat it if you know what you're talking about. And then also memes and dumb jokes, which you probably also could have told from everything that I say. 90% of what I say is intended as some variety of dumb humor. I'm holding for the applause. And there is none. Alright. My dislikes include fruits and vegetables because they are, frankly, terrible. I didn't put sporks in this list, but that should go on the list. Oh yeah, haha, you found Russia. Well, it's right next to China, I think. I'm not good at geography. Anyway, that was one of them dumb jokes I was talking about. Anyway, I also don't like CAPTCHAs because it says prove that you're not a robot. And I'm not a robot, I'm an android, but for some reason, yeah, this must be Russia's doing. Yeah, I see you in the chat. Yes, you can tell though, I am a drawing and therefore flat, which I guess does make me kind of like Russia. Anyway, yeah, I don't like CAPTCHAs. Here's the problem. I am not a robot. I am not. I'm an android, which is a different thing. But for some reason, on the CAPTCHAs, they always say, prove you're not a robot, and I can't do it. It's bullshit. Also don't like water because it gets to my ports and then I get weird. I also need alcohol to function. Anyway, favorite anime. You know, I love Fate Zero, I love JoJo, I love Gurren Lagann, I love Cowboy Bebop. Basically, if it's a really basic show, I'm into it. If everyone likes it, I also like it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with basic stuff. I don't think anyone has a problem with it. But that's just kind of how I work. I'm an amalgamation of everything that everyone else likes, in a way that makes them not like it. But that's kind of what I'm into. Just a thought. I will say though, other shows that didn't make it onto this very short list because I was trying to keep it brief. Ghost in the Shell, Standalone Complex, because that show is one of the best cyberpunk shows to come out ever. You've got like, let's see what else. What else do I have on the list? Oh yeah, Hunter x Hunter 2011. I love Hunter x Hunter. Fantastic show. It's about small children fighting larger people, and it's fun. Really like it. If Attack on Titan sticks the landing, that will also probably be on the list, just because I really liked where that's going. Except, I've heard things. Plenty of things. And that's kind of how that is. Anyway, proceeding yet forward with this. Oh man, I really thought I had more to say on this. But yeah, I can discuss all this later, if need be. I can do whatever I need to do. Maybe I'll make a separate video ranking all the anime I've ever seen. That would be a long one, because I've seen roughly, at this point, over 400, I think. Which is a little too much. And of course, much like the video games I mentioned earlier, all obtained perfectly legally. Of course. Yes, we're not illegal here. Not at all. We are in fact very law-abiding. Indeed, the most law-abiding of anyone in the world. Okay, you're overselling it a little bit. Yep, okay, anyways. Favorite games, to bring that back up. Big fan of the Halo series, despite its, recent problems. Final Fantasy, love Final Fantasy. I've played pretty much every game in the series. Played 14 on this channel, by the way. Worm Henchman. We might see him again at some point. Instead of... I still like the joke that I put on that. Worm Henchman instead of Dragoon. That was funny. Wasn't funny. Gotcha. Devil May Cry. Everyone loves Devil May Cry. That's not even a, not even a point. I think, personally, it'd be really fun for me to run back through all the games on my channel. We'll see what I do there. Monster Hunter. I love Monster Hunter, but by God, is some of that a little janky. In the older games. The newer ones are fantastic. I want to clarify. World, Iceborne, Sun, or, and more is your favorite game too? Oh, I'm sure. Positively sure, yeah. Recent games that probably didn't make it on the list but probably should have. I really liked Subnautica. I've already talked at length about how much I like that on the streams where I play Subnautica for roughly... Wow, that was like a 28-hour stream set? Something like that? Damn. I played that for a while. Anywho, something I want to do on this channel, I want to try playing through all the Final Fantasy ones, the main ones, on this channel, just to kind of have a little series thing. Yeah, there's all that. Just thought that would be kind of a fun thing to bring up. A bunch of other games didn't make it on the list. Obviously, Elden Ring. Everyone likes Elden Ring. I love Elden Ring. I also play a lot of Destiny 2, but I didn't want to be considered cancerous, so I didn't put that on the list. And what I consider one of my favorite games, honestly... Next slide. Memes. I love memes. You love memes. We all love memes. That's not the point. So, I'd like to bring up a few of my favorite memes in particular. One of them, by the way, is Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. I love Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. You know, it's that Twitter account that acts like it's the Domino's Pizza in Zimbabwe and they have like wars with the Papa Johns. So let me look one up right now. Alright. Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. We'll see if I can get that into the stream. I'll see what I can do. Where is the one I'm looking for? I'm looking for the one where they burn the Papa Johns down. Because that Twitter account is hilarious. They basically do this thing where they'll have all these weird posts about one of which is like a... Did someone in the chat do it? They ask me what up, dog is. Not much, dog. What's up with you? And I got to do it on the first stream. I gotta love it. Thank you. Thank you, the person in the chat whose name I'm not gonna say. Let's see. Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe. Ashes to ashes. Well, let me just pull this up right here. Oh, found it. All right. So there's a picture of a burning Papa John's, and it says, "Papa Jonathan has fucked with us for the last time. Do not sell pizza on our turf. R.I.P. Rest in pepperoni. Ashes to ashes. Crust to crust." And guys, go follow Domino's Pizza Zimbabwe on Twitter if you have a Twitter account. They're hilarious. The chance is never zero. I've talked about this one before. It's where it'll show like a picture of something and say like the chance of something killing you is low but never zero. My favorite one was with frogs, where it shows a bunch of frogs in like a sewer grate, and it's like very dark, but there's light reflecting off their eyes so they look evil. And it says the chance of a frog killing you is low but never zero. And for some reason I find those hilarious. Then there's the more recent one, My Brother in Christ, which is basically where it's like calling people out on stuff. Like people who play Destiny 2 and say they hate it, where it's like, people who say they hate Destiny 2, my brother in Christ, you play the game. Or something like that. And there's that. There's also the rather ancient one at this point. Both of these last two are rather ancient. But the one, You Have Two Cows, which is the economy skit. You have two cows, which describes the economy of various countries. And I love it. Or like various, ways of doing the government. So it's like, hold on, let me find the complete version. The best version. Your favorite meme is easily 1-2 oatmeal? I know. We've had long discussions about how much you love 1-2 oatmeal. On, like, even on the Cool J's, you even had that thing where you were, like, watching every cover of 1-2 oatmeal, which, by the way, got a surprise for you. Eventually, I might make one of those too, but like a Eurobeat version. I'm gonna haunt your dreams. Anyway, we'll see how that comes along. I'm still trying to learn how to make music with Studio FL, which I can only assume stands for Florida, but I'm not entirely sure. Where the hell is the cow thing I'm looking for? It's definitely... Hold on, I know where I put it somewhere. Hold on. Where did I put the cow meme? I know I have it somewhere on my phone. Balayette Laser. Can't think I've heard of that one. I don't think I've heard of that. Okay, well anyways, the cow one... A Eurobeat 1-2 oatmeal will be a dream come true? Well, I'm gonna get to work on that. We'll see how that goes. Probably won't go well, but fuck it me, it'll go. Okay, so it's like an American corporation. You have 2 cows. You sell one and force the other to produce the milk of 4 cows. Later, you hire a consultant to analyze why the cow has died. A Greek corporation. You have 2 cows borrowed from French and German banks. You eat both of them. The banks call to collect their milk, but you cannot deliver, so you call the IMF. The IMF loans you 2 cows. You eat both of them. The banks and the IMF call to collect their cows and milk. You are out getting a haircut. Stuff like that. Then Updog, which I shouldn't even have to explain, I literally just did it. It's the meme. That is the joke. The best joke of all time. I'm frowning on my model, but I'm smiling in real life. Don't let that fool you. It's the best. Anyway, I really need to fix my mouth. Just like take some meat hooks, really stretch it out, put it back in shape. Something like that. Anyway, my goals. I aim to become better at all of my hobbies and, get hired for professional stuff, I want to be the best voice actor, the best musician, the best drawer. Not a thing that sews clothes, but a person that draws things. Illustrator, that's the word. Animator, I want to be the best at all of those. I'm not going to be the best at all of those, but I'm trying to be, and that's what's important. That's what we call a character arc. I think. Not very good at writing, might need to add that to the list. Anyway, I want to also entertain all of you thoroughly. If you are not all very happy by the time I'm done with doing all this stuff, frankly, I will have failed miserably. Now, some would argue that I've already failed miserably. Anyway, I also intend to make the funniest joke of all time. It's important to make goals that are completely unrealistic, because those goals will keep me going the longest. And I find that interesting. Anyway, to get you guys to know me better, I've decided to take some questions from Ask Reddit so you can all get a better idea of my personality. This is the 3rd time I've done a goal. Thank you. That means a lot. That really does mean a lot. Anyway, so first question from Ask Reddit. Steve Irwin has pinned you down in the headlock. What cool facts does he tell the audience about you and your habitat? Well, I imagine it would go something like this. Hey, well, you see here, we have... That wasn't even an Australian accent. Don't even know what accent that was. It'll just be a K-On character arc, so it's all... Yeah, that's fair. Everyone likes K-On, so you know what? That might work. Alright, so it'd probably go like this. Hey, everybody. That's not even an Australian accent, but let's pretend like it is. Dingo, dingo, dingo. It's not... These are what Australians sound like. Here we have an arrowhead. And the thing about an arrowhead is that it lives amongst a bunch of trash. Literally, there's a bunch of discarded candy wrappers that it dwells in. I think it seems like it thrives on chocolate alone. I don't think it's eaten a fruit in its entire life. And when it has, it almost died. Anyway, this isn't an Australian accent, but this is kind of what an Australian accent almost sounds like if you've never heard an Australian person. French accent, alright, let's hear this. Oh, hello. I am Aerohed. How you say, speak the French. Je m'appelle Aerohed. Um, j'aime streaming. That's as much French as I know. If OK Boomer was a digital assistant like OK Google, what sorts of answers would it give you to certain questions? I imagine using it as like a GPS or something like that. And then you just say something like, okay, Boomer, how do I get to school? And it's just like, uphill both ways in snow. Or something like that. Or like, okay, Google. Or like, okay, Boomer. How do I save some money this month? Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Stop buying avocado toast. Something like that. Oh, the French accent was nice. That's good to know. What is something about yourself that sounds totally made up but is 100% real? Okay, let me see. All the things about me that are made up but not made up and are real. I got away with poisoning my siblings on accident. Not like lethal poisoning, I want to clarify. I just accidentally may have put some non-ingestible soap into their stuff before they were eating it. But to be fair, I did not know they were going to eat it, or that, you know, they would find out that they got poisoned. They did throw up a little bit. Anyway, I've been kidnapped. 30 minutes later, your kidnapper dumps you on the street because you won't stop talking about what? Let me tell you guys, it's Fate lore. I am talking about Fate lore. Also, I've been wearing headphones the entire time during this stream, even though I'm not actually listening to anything. Let me just, hold on. Okay. That's weird. Don't know why I was doing that. Anyway, I would say Fate lore. I can go on and on for hours about Fate lore, just trying to describe everything that happened in that universe. The Nasuverse in general, very expansive, a lot of stuff in it. I love it. Not a lot of people want to hear it. Or Destiny lore. Destiny lore is also very cool. You have died and find that instead of going to heaven, you've only leveled up to Earth 2.0. What are some things that make Earth 2.0 better, but not quite heaven? Here's my logic on this. I would say the ice cream machine at McDonald's actually works sometimes as opposed to being broken all the time. Something like that. Oh, you do the same thing? Good to know. Good, I'm not alone. Nice. Excelente. Keep your heads up for nothing. Yeah, I thought you meant that. Didn't think you meant poisoning your siblings, but, you know, I'm watching you. What food do you swear people only pretend to like, guys? Controversial opinion time. Hamburgers taste like nothing. They do not taste like beef. They don't taste like pork or anything. They taste like nothing. The bread is more flavor than the burger. I have never once eaten a hamburger that had actual flavor to it. I think people only put the toppings and the condiments on the burger to give it some semblance of flavor, but at that point, why do you have... Oh yeah, you unsubscribed, I figured. Yeah. But at that point, why do you have the burger? I'm confused. Is it just on Earth 2.0 you'd have a girlfriend? That's, yeah. That's fair. I'd also try to go for that. Anyways, the burger though, I feel like people are lying to me. I don't think anyone actually likes hamburgers. I think we've all just convinced each other that we all also like hamburgers. So, like, why do we pretend like this? Yeah, exactly. A burger without pickles isn't a real burger. See my point? You would not eat it without the pickles, So why don't you just eat the pickles? Is it texture? Is that it? Is that what the burger's for? I'm guessing it's texture. I don't know what else it would be for. I'm losing my mind over this. Anyway, what's the most overpriced thing you've seen? I saw a, you know that Apple stand that, like, you put the screen on and then it just swivels and it's like $1,000? I tried an actual gourmet burger. I have not. I'd be interested in trying it to see if it's, like, actually better. But we'll see about that. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll swing by, like, a really cool burger place. Like, was it that place in New York, like the Madison Square Burger place? Oh, you forgot what I streamed today? Don't worry about that. You showed up. That's fine. Popcorn is also really overpriced. No McDonald's, no Burger King in your country. How? And no KFC? That's terrible. Why do you live there? Go to America. They have everything. They have all the terrible stuff, but it's great there. It's amazing. Anyway, let me think. Overpriced thing? I see you saying popcorn. I would say that Apple stand that just, like, swivels the screen or whatever it is, it's like $1,000. Man, for $1,000, an arm that holds up the screen better send me through time. Man, fuck, I'm not spending $1,000 for what I could make with a coat hanger. And I have made it with a coat hanger. Like, right now, I've got, like, instead of buying a mic stand for my mic, I got a bunch of coat hangers, and I strung them together, and then I have the mic hanging off of it. Probably not a good idea. The mic is kind of heavy, but, oh yeah, you don't have a choice? I would recommend having a choice. Let's start there. Grow up, and then you can leave the country. Yeah. I can see that you're a minor. But if you work in the mines, you clearly know how to do that. You were given $300 million to make a movie that has to bomb at the box office or else I die. Okay. So, here's my logic on this. Basically, no one likes doing taxes. No one likes hearing about taxes. No one likes taxes at all. So, here's my thought. I think we make a movie about a guy doing taxes. And not even like Shawshank doing taxes. I mean, literally, it is a guy sitting there for about 150 minutes. That's how long 2.5 hours is. Go to Angers? That's cool. I've heard of that place. A guy sitting there for 2.5 hours just doing taxes. I think only people who would watch it are other accountants, and there are like, what, 5 of those guys, and they all work at TurboTax. So, I think that would work as far as getting me to live with regards to, you know, the movie. And then, the best part is, it would be the tax. Oh yeah, a 5-hour baseball game. Oh, that would be insane. You know someone would still watch that, though. That's the problem, is that baseball fans are really into baseball. Like, strangely so. You know they would absolutely try to, you know they would absolutely sit through the entire thing and still be like, you know, when that guy sat there at that base for 19 minutes and just did nothing, man, best part of the movie. And mind you, even if there was, like, no commentator, like, no one being like, oh, and then he makes another play and he does the baseball or something. Oh, that's a baseball. You know someone would still go for it, which is the problem. We need, like, WWE commentators on baseball, where it's like, oh, who's like a person who plays baseball? Mike Ditka. Mike Ditka's stealing a base. Oh, he's in a place we've never seen him before. He's going for the slide. He makes the run. Fuck. Oh, Mike Ditka. He coaches the Chicago Bears, which is a football team. Ah. I assume that's how sports are like. I don't watch any. Anyways. Baseball game actually probably is better than my idea. You're being interrogated, and so far you've held strong. What song do they play and repeat that breaks you? Okay. The one time that I have ever almost died from a song, there was a time when I had to study for a really hard test, but I didn't want to do it. So I made a bet with myself to the point where, or not like a bet, but like a deal, that I would only be able to turn off the song I was listening to when I was done studying. And that song was Escape from the City from Sonic Adventures 2. And every 5 minutes, I would just get a little bit faster. Like, it would increase in speed. And eventually just became like the Nightcore version. But like, I tortured myself with that just to get done with studying, because fuck me, man. I did not want to do it, and I still stand by that. Like, damn, that was the closest I ever came to, like, physical violence over a song. That was not great. It did not go well. Oh, man. And, like, ultimately, it's, like, you don't even think it's that bad of a song at first, and then it just keeps going. It just keeps on moving until it's all destroyed. And it always goes faster. It never doesn't go faster. Anyway, final question from Ask Reddit. Do you think a baby centaur would suck on the horse nipples or the human nipples, and why? Okay, so I've thought about this. Let me make myself a little more front and center screen, just so you can all see that, like, I'm a serious person who does serious things. Okay, look into my eyes. Look at my eyes. Right there. Look at them. I think it would suck the horse nipples, and here's why. So, we all know that when horses are born, oh, what's the name of the song? I said it was Escape from the City from Sonic Adventures 2. So anyways, we all know that when horses are born, they just stand up. They don't need months to sleep or something like that. They stand up. They run. Baby horses do that. Granted, it has a baby human attached to it, but that's not the point. Ignore that for now. Think about it. Look into my eyes right now. Really, it would stand up, and it would immediately suck the horse nipples. I want you to think about this. It would suck the horse nipples. Because the horse nipples are the closest ones to its mouth. Look into my eyes, you know it to be true. It's the horse nipples. I'm not gonna stop. You need to accept the fact that the horse nipples are the ones it would suck. It's all about the horse nipples. I'm just saying. Would it have the actual strength to keep its head up? Probably not. No. But it's not about that. It's about how, at the height the baby is, it's standing up full and tall and all that, it would immediately latch on to the horse nipple on the horse udder, or whatever that is, and just suck it. I assume it wouldn't be able to get up to the human nipple, because that's like, what, 9 feet off the ground? How tall are horses? I don't even know. But I know for a fact that baby horses are not that tall. They were roughly, like, they didn't even come up to my kneecaps. I've seen a baby horse before. I've probably also eaten a horse before by virtue of McDonald's, but that's a story for another time. That's not important. Don't focus on that. What we need to talk about is how the baby would absolutely be that tall. Also, look at the motion of my hair when I move. I'm proud of how that turned out. Like, you can see the curl is, like, kind of a bit more in front of everything than everything else. I like the way this went. That took a while. Also, you can tell that I'm an android because my ears come off the side of my head when I move. Look at that. See? Detachable. Maybe replaced with cat ears at some point. Maybe. You'll see. Baby giraffes are 6 feet tall. Exactly. A baby giraffe is 6 feet tall. Imagine a giraffe centaur. They would absolutely suck the horse nipple, but they can't get to the human nipple because the giraffe nipples are like, what, 10 feet off the ground? I know, I should try. I've tried sucking a giraffe nipple. I've tried. It doesn't work. That giraffe milk is a luxury none of us can get to. We can't afford it. It's not good. Not good for us. So anyways, that was the last thing I really wanted to talk about on this stream. I gotta say, for the baby centaur's extra height, that is true. It would have extra height. Never mind, we're getting back talking about this. It would have extra height. Its mouth would be closely lined up with the human nipples, but counterpoint there, is that it's still a baby, you know? Babies can't really support their own heads. So, if it was a human baby, it would be kind of like flopping around. It wouldn't be able to stand up completely straight, because baby heads are weighted, much like a dice game in a casino. So, really what would happen is the baby would be like flopping around to either side. There's a comic that details this. I think someone on Tumblr drew it. And then, if that was the baby, it would be like, it wouldn't be able to like completely get up to the human nipple. It would aspire to get to the human nipple. We all want to get to the human nipple, but we can't get to the human nipple. So we settle for the horse nipple. It's part of... Look, I've thought about this. I've considered all the options. I know this. I'm a horse... I'm a centaur nipple scientist. I know this stuff. Trust me. But like, think about it. One of these days, I'll draw out like a diagram or something for it. I'll figure out how to... Well, now I know. Now you're team horse nipples. Oh, this is gonna make one hell of a stream highlight. Anyway. Let's see here. I think if Steve Irwin were to make a comment about me, it would probably be something along the lines of, how... Oh, it discusses horse nipples and its natural habitat. The horse nipple doctor Aerohed. Or something like that. Oh man. Oh, hold on, let's just let's go back to my model for a sec. I want you guys to look at all the effort that I put into this image. Look at this. I mean, look at my eyes. Really look at them. Look at how, like, I think that looks cool. I like the way that turned out. I think this went well. I said that with a frown, but that's because my mouth is messed up and I need to fix that. Thank you, Aerohed, for rigging this improperly. Ugh. Some people, am I right? Indeed. Indeed. Yeah, so clearly I also need to update my firmware so I can actually run the AI properly. Knock, how you doing? Terribly. Yep. You know, you can really tell that you made this. Oh, I'll take that as a compliment. It wasn't. Oh, yep, okay. Anyway, yeah. Well, everyone. That was the Aerohed experience. You can look forward to more of my model, in the coming set of streams. You can only imagine a National Geographic episode where the narrator explains the centaur breastfeeding process. You just gave me an amazing idea for a video. I'm gonna make some centaur titties. Wait, hold on. Now that I think about it. Would centaur nipples be censored by YouTuber like Instagram or something? Because technically, if it's the horse part of the nipples, then it's not a human nipple, but it is on a woman at that point. And woman presenting nipples are against the guidelines. But then if it's a horse, does it count? What I'm trying to say is, we need to free the horse nipples. I'm not going to stop sucking your soul. It's my job as an android. Androids do that. As opposed to apples. But, I need a soundboard. I'm going to make a soundboard at some point. Anyway. So, that was my stream. That was the Aerohed experience. I'm going to get centaur titties banned by YouTube. And we're going to see all of my other streams. Tomorrow, I will start streaming. I don't have an image for it. Don't know why I tried to do a drum roll. Doom Eternal! Yeah, boy! Ah! That'll be fun. That'll be a nice little story game. I don't want to do more than, I don't want to do more than 3 story games at once, because I've currently got also Undertale and Mario Odyssey Because if I have more than 3, I feel like I'm just going to leave at least one of them to never be done. So yeah, tomorrow will be Doom Eternal. And yeah. Oh wait, let's look at some of my expressions that I can do before I go. Of course, I got the big eyes. Got the smaller, like, I'm winking eyes, or whatever. My eye! Yeah, my eyes are not incredibly well rigged. I need a better webcam. Or something. Pogger! Oh! Yeah. I mean, Mario kind of counts as a story game. You know, you're playing through the story. You know, that at least I am. I play Mario games for the story. Duh. Oh yeah, a commonly asked question I'm assuming that you'll have when you see this model, that the joke that I forgot to make when I was doing all this, why does he look like a Nintendo Switch? And the answer, shut up. Anyways, I've now gone back to this slide 3 times, I think. That was the Aerohed experience. Tomorrow I will be doing Doom Eternal. Yay! My mouth is open while my teeth are there. One of these days I'll get the mouth working properly. One of these days. You would learn to hack just to see me? Ah, yeah. Good to know. I'll tell the FBI to keep an eye out for you. Either way, thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you all next time. Trying to send you off with a smile, but my mouth is impossible. I think I'm sexy. Good to know. Thank you. I'm gonna carry that compliment with me for years. Yeah. I'm smiling. Don't believe the frown. I am smiling. See you all next time. I need to add some cool emotes to this. Anyway, have a lovely morning, day, or evening. Goodbye for now.